So here we go. Welcome to the rumlad.com weekly live news, where we share a roundup of all the rum related stories we have gathered online over the past week. You can listen, watch, or read it on our platforms. My name is Federico Jose Hernandez, your host. And today we have the privilege of having Maria de la Peña, a European spirits expert.
Hi, glad to be here.
Today is October 15th and 25. So let's get started. Right. So news number one says, Insights, turning global disruption into an opportunity. And this is from the Spirits Business. This article summarizes a seminar at Bar Convent Berlin, Navigating Economic Uncertainty, where speakers argue that global disruption creates unique opportunities, especially for small spirit spread. Headwinds include rising costs, inflation, tax increase, and tariff disputes. Yet, very interesting is that smaller brands can adapt quicker than large corporations, for instance, by changing packaging to mitigate cost.
In other news, THC fatal crash reports find nearly half of deadly wrecks are tied to illegal drugs. This is from Fox News, and it says that Wright State University-led study set to be presented at the ACS Clinical Congress of 2025 reviewed data for 246 deceased Ohio drivers involved in fatal vehicle accidents over the last 6 years. The findings reveal that nearly 42% of the victims tested positive for THC.
This is great. I imagine, Maria, is that now they have better machines to test who's high or who's not, or who's drunk. Okay, next news is, you agree, right?
I guess so.
Next news is that the global perspective, on-premise trends driving the beverage alcohol industry. This is sources the CGA by NIQ. Global on-premise premise, which meaning bars, pubs, and restaurants. The habits are undergoing a structural reset. According to CGA by NIQ, they did a survey of 33,000 consumers in 43 markets. 83% of these consumers visit the on-premise at least quarterly, which remains key for new brands discovery. However, spending constraints have led to a 3.4 drop in visits in 2025, with spending consolidating into fewer yet bigger visits. Key trends include ongoing demands for fewer but better quality drinks, and early shifts in eating and drinking times, and rising and the rising interest in well-being moderation. And Maria, I'm actually concerned because if Americans usually eat already early, this means, and this we're talking about from 6 to 7 p.m. Does that mean they're going to start eating at 4? And then here in Spain, instead of eating at 8 or 9, we're going to start eating at 7?
I don't see that possible. I don't see Spanish people eating at 7.
All right, next news. Yes, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that actually, Spanish, we are well known for having really late meals, so I don't think that's going to be possible.
I don't think so. Well, you live in the south of France, so I imagine it's the same. All right, next news.
Yes,
and this is actually, now that we just talked about France, the article says European beverage market under structural reset, as 71% of consumers drink less alcohol. And this is from the Beverage Daily. And the article says, Europe's beverage market is in a structural reset, with a new data from Circana showing that 71% of consumers are buying or consuming less alcohol. This trend is most pronounced among younger demographic, nearly around 25 to 35 years old, that say that they have completely stopped buying alcohol. The alcohol beverage industry in Europe has seen a 1.8 decline in value sales, representing 68 billion euros. 1.8 decline is not a big drop, but we're still seeing trends. Okay, Maria, go ahead.
Actually, it's related to the fact that most Americans say also that marijuana is a healthier option than alcohol, and the majority expect nationwide legalization within 5 years. So this comes from Marijuana Moment, and it says that the new MRI Simons 2025 National Cannabis Study finds that the majority of Americans, 61%, believe that marijuana is a healthier option compared to alcohol.
Well, I believe this is a little bit crazy. Marijuana is quite harmful for you. As we read previously, we're already seeing like 46% of crashes in Ohio are all related to smoking weed. All right, next news.
Yeah.
Angostura parachutes operations head into hold the CEO remaining or staying for a third time. And the article says, by Drink and Tell, Angostura Holding, the Trinidad and Tobago a bitter and rum company, has named Chief Operating Officer Ian Forbes as interim CEO for a third time.
In another news, we see that California's new alcohol shipping law, what the direct-to-consumer spirits shipper need to know. This is from Sogos, and it says that California Governor Gavin Newsom signed AB 1246 into a law, a landmark bill that allows eligible distilleries to ship distilled spirits direct to consumer in California starting January 1st, 2026.
Oh, I'm very happy for everybody in California, especially all my friends that have distilleries. Hope this helps you stay afloat. Next news and is Bar Leone named World Best Bar for 2025. This is from the Spirit Business. And the article says Bar Leone in Hong Kong has been crowned the world's best bar for 2025, being the first time an Asian bar has topped the list. Congratulations.
Talking about first, we have Santa Teresa 1796 that presents its finish in Chuao cacao barrels. This is from elestimulo.com, and it says that Ron Santa Teresa's 1796 has launched its third innovation, which is an edition finished in Chuao cacao barrels. And this new edition retains the exclusive triple aging Solera process that it's a 9-month maturation in barrels that previously were seasoned with the cold brew of Chuao cacao, which is grown in the Hacienda of Santa Teresa.
Very nice. Santa Teresa has been doing all this different type of expression. They started with the space side, then they did the coffee. No, the coffee, and this will be
the
the
coffee,
cacao.
and this
The
is
coffee
now
has
with
been-
cacao.
Yep, the coffee has been pretty successful.
Yeah,
all
I
right,
know.
and then so closing. This is actually our last news for the day. It says the boom of Venezuelan rum in the world is bringing millions of dollars to the country. And this is from ladosorillas.co. And the news says Venezuelan rum, including brands like Santa Teresa, Diplomático, Cacique, Pampero, has become a significant non-petroleum export, contributing an estimate of 3% of the country's GDP. In the fourth month of 2025, 2 million cases were exported to 100 countries, potentially generating between $149 and $400 million in revenue. All right, Maria, this has been great. Hope you join me again for another session, that we can share the news and we can have even a stronger and better debate. But I know this is our first one. It's just getting started and warm.
You'll
Adios,
have
everyone.
it. Don't worry. It's just news. We can debate whenever you want.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Perfecto.